Hello everyone, welcome to DBT video again. So in previous videos, we talked about how to use or how to build the data model with DBT Core. So today I'm going to show you how to use DBT Cloud. Which is DBT Cloud? So DBT Cloud just you can think about it as an IDE. You can create your project over there and design over there, and also you can run your job, schedule a job over there. All your focus is just to build your data project, data pipeline. You don't need to worry about that or the infrastructure and also scaling. So for DBT, you can apply for a free account. So I just, this is my account. I can use my account and then continue. Log in. So when you log in, it will ask you, you can create your project with the project name and also your environment configuration. Like if you want to use the Snowflake, then click Snowflake and click on all the account, database, warehouse, all those settings. There's another thing that I want to emphasize is here. So like DBT Cloud will always use those IP address to make sure that your security setting will just whitelist all those IP address. In this project, I'm going to show you how to connect to the Snowflake. So let me show you how to create a Snowflake, all those like database, warehouse, and row, and username, password. So that's here. First, log into the Snowflake. You need to have an admin account. So with this admin account, then we can create another user and also different database and also row for that one. Here I'm going to demonstrate how to use this command line to create all those information or account that we need. First, let's create a database. I'll call this database as DBT Analytics. Let's just run this one. It shows database successfully created. That is great. And then the second, let's create a new row. Okay, row transformer successfully created. That is great. So since we create a new row, then next we are going to grant all the permissions that I need for this new row. So in this first, those three ones, it just grant that this row to have the permission to use the Snowflake sample data. Like for example, grant import privileges on this sample Snowflake sample data database to this row. Let's run this one by one. It's great. And the second one, insufficient ones. That's great. That is not great, but let's check this one. This one is great. So I will check. We can check later why this one doesn't create. Anyway, if we can just select the data for this table, then it's fine, because we only need to select the data. We don't need to create a new schema or change the schema. So, and then let's run this one. So here is that as we create a new database, right now we will grant the permission for this new row to have the usage modify or create a schema on this new database we created. Let's run by one. Okay, this is successful. Next, successful, and it's successful. And also right now, so this row has that the permission for this new database. Now we need to have that the this new row to have the permission to use the data warehouse. I'm not going to create a new warehouse, so we're using this default computer warehouse to grant this new warehouse to this new row. Let's run this one. Okay, statement executed successfully. That is great. Okay. Now we have that this transformer row has the permission for our database, for Snowflake sample database, and for our data warehouse. So then the next, I'm going to create a new user, and also for this new user, we will use this row for this new user. Let's run this one. And also, no worry about this all those row information. So when you see this, I will delete this user before I publish the video. Okay, this new user CC1 test01 is already created. That's great. And we can grant this one to CC1. Okay. Now we create the data warehouse. We created we create a new database. We create a new row. We create a new user, and we grant that the necessary permissions, required permissions for this new row. So next, I'm going to just log in with this new row, new user, and check the permission. I'm going to use this one to log in the Snowflake. Let's just save it for apply. That's great. And we can say this data, DBT analytics, that is great. And also Snowflake sample data. We have this data for this one. Okay. Let's see if we can just select table from this one. Create a new one just to check. Select. I see the customers. Let's give me 10. And we can run this one. That works. Okay, so now we can use that account to set into this one. Then we can test that connection. Let's fill all those Snowflake information into this setup account. Account, you can get this from this URL. It is include both of them. Check them. Be in this way. And the database. So database, we are going to use this database. Warehouse is what is computer warehouse. Row. So row, we are going to use this transformer. Username, password, we use credentials, we use this username, password. Let's put this username, password here. Username is this one. And also password is like this. Okay, here. Schema, I don't want to change. Let's make it difficult and then test the connection. Test failed. Database credential and try again. Action failed is because this account should be in this way. So it is the same as here. When you log in to use a username password, log into Snowflake, you have this information in your account. So just copy this from before this Snowflake computing. All those with the account name plus the region. Put this one into this account, and then you can test. Then your test will complete and successful. After test connection is successful, we can click next. So next is going to ask you to set up a repository. Here we use GitHub. Let's connect to the GitHub account. Here, before that one, we have to let's create a new repository here, DBT demo, and put some description here, and let's put it private as right now. Don't click this one, ask a readme file, because the DBT will take care of this one, and then we just create a repository. And let's go back to here and authorized this one for DBT Cloud. Okay, we can choose the repository. Name your repository, GitHub, config integration. We use this one. Only select repository. That's the DBT demo. This one is recreated and then install. Just assign in the cloud. Here. DBT demo. This one. Okay. This is very cool. Your project is ready, so we can start developing in the IDE. Give it some time. Okay, once that, then you can initialize your DBT project. So you can see all those folders is created the same as when you use the DBT core in your local machine. Since all those folders are created newly, and once you click commit and sync, then all those data will be in your GitHub. Initial checking. Okay, so by default it's going to main. We want to go to not on to go to the main. Let's create another branch. Maybe we call it production. Okay, that's cool. So let's go to this repository and see. You see all those data is here, and let's check into the production branch that is about here. So that is cool. So now we have the same ID as we have before with DBT core. Let's create our first model. We use the create a new folder. Let's create a stage. And in this stage, let's create a file, schema, YAML file first. this define that the source from that so from this snowflake public snow sample data, this customer. Let's check this one. Define the, so the database name we just the customers, the customer, and the database, this is sample data schema. Name, let's just have one. Save it, and then we can create the first model. Stage underscore on customer. So let's use it very simple. So let's E01 as select customer. From our data source. Okay, from our source data. The source, the name, and what is the table name? Customer. Stage. Okay, since we have a lot of customer data, so that's just limit 1000. Make sure, and we need, let's add some like config. We want to use that schema. What's the schema we want to use? Let's check the in the snowflake schema. We want to use the stage and materialized. I want to use the table. Okay, let's change this one. Anyway, once we create it, we also see that the lineage here, which is very helpful. And we created the first model, so let's commit and sync. First data model, change. Okay, wonderful. Let's create a job in the deployee. Create a job to run the model regularly. So before we create the job, we need to create the environment first. There's a create the environment name. That's just env demo. we just staging version, keep it the latest version. I can't transform all those we don't want to change. Okay, deploy a credential. Let's use this one. This credential, I want to use this. Password. And also schema with public test connection. Okay, complete. Once we finish this one, we just save it. Okay, then we can deploy our jobs. Let's create a new job.